3 million Australians live below the poverty line, and more than 750,000 of those people are children under the age of 15. Despite years of sustained economic growth, Australia's poverty rate remains the 14th highest in the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development. Poverty is an area of exclusion that is strongly linked to other areas of exclusion such as racism and disability. In fact, 40% of all recipients of the disability pension are living in poverty. I research many organisations that assist people in the community who are at risk of these types of exclusion. Uniting Care Wesley Bowden helps people of many different backgrounds with a variety of services through their emergency relief program, the Open Door. The Open Door is run by a team of volunteers who work in conjunction with programs that Uniting Care Wesley offer to the community. People who come to the Open Door must have a Centrelink card and live within the suburban zone, which covers more than 40 suburbs in Adelaide's west. They are then able to talk with one of the staff in a private meeting room about what is happening in their life and why they are in need of the services. This process allows the staff member to assess what services the client is eligible for and what will be of the most help to them. The services offered include vouchers to the community food bank, which is located on site, including a card that allows clients to spend their own money. Bus ticket vouchers, fuel vouchers, clothing referrals, and overnight food parcels in extreme hardship are also offered. This is in addition to referral to other Uniting Care Wesley Bowden services such as financial counselling, multicultural programs, parenting workshops, homelessness services and low-cost living groups. There is a wide variety of people who come in seeking support from the team.
I would say that we have a typical client because every client is really different and has their own barriers. We see clients who might have mental health issues, we see clients who might have financial issues, physical health issues, legal issues. These are all different barriers that a client might have that affects their ability to maintain their housing long term.
Everyone who receives services from Open Door must be on a government payment, and almost all of them would fall below the poverty line. But there are so many different and unique reasons that people are unable to work, and an even wider range of reasons as to why they come in seeking help. Many of the Open Doors clients have recently arrived in Australia as refugees and have been unable to find work. Some people are unable to work due to disability or mental health issues. This challenged some of the stereotypes that I had formed in my mind about the people who may need to use emergency relief. Challenging these stereotypes was important to me, as Graham and Slee point out that in order to be inclusive, we must ask what assumptions might inform our personal and collective philosophies. One woman who came into the centre had just moved into a bigger house to be able to care for her father, who had recently suffered a mental breakdown. The extra rent of the larger house meant that she did not have enough money to feed her 2 sons. A staff member was able to provide her with a voucher to Food Bank, which would be able to feed her family for the week. The staff at Open Door always focus on the positive during these interviews and commend clients for what they have achieved with the little income they receive, rather than focusing on where their money has fallen short. This links to the deficit model, which suggests that the focus should always be on what a person can and does achieve rather than what they cannot. Humphrey argues that language in the negative form seeks to exclude people from participation in broader society, reducing life chances and life expectancy. The woman I just spoke about has been able to secure a new, larger house to care full-time for her father as well as her 2 sons, and this was very much the focus of the meeting. Staff are also very mindful of using inclusive language. This is language that is free from words, phrases, or tones that reflect prejudiced, stereotyped, or discriminatory views of particular people or groups. It is also language that doesn't deliberately or inadvertently exclude people from being seen as part of a group. This language is so important in organisations such as the Open Door, as the shaming and exclusion of people who experience poverty is just as much of a hardship as the material and financial hardship they suffer. Non-inclusive language can create a separation between the non-poor and poor, or us and them, which creates a social distance so that society can shift the blame from itself onto the person who is experiencing the poverty. Organisations like the Open Door not only provide practical and on-the-spot support to those in need, but also work towards closing that separation by using inclusive language and practices.